What's going on, NFL fans? Look, I want to change things up on my channel. I still plan on doing music reactions like I've always done, but I want to change things up and check out other things for reactions that are not music related. And I also want to do sports predictions. I could be wrong on some things. I could be right on some things. If you are gambling, gamble safely, and don't gamble too much, more than you can afford. Now, it is September 9th. I'm going to be doing a little bit of predictions for the Jets versus 49ers game tonight. It should be a good one. I'm looking forward to seeing how Aaron Rodgers performs tonight for the Jets, because last year he tore his Achilles and he only had 4 snaps. So I'm looking forward to see how this is going to be going to be played out. Brock Purdy is a great quarterback. And I was actually cheering on the Niners last Super Bowl. So, we're going to get into it. Let me know what you think in the comments below on who do you think is going to win and the score prediction. So, the 49ers are favored to win the matchup tonight against the Jets. The prediction is about 65% chance of winning. I did some research. And it's mainly due to their offense. I mean, you have Brock Purdy, you have Christian McCaffrey, who's one of the best, if not the best, running back right now in the NFL. There's a reason why he's the face of Madden 25, which has so many glitches. I have noticed so many glitches. I'm a Giants fan. I'm not even going to get started on Daniel Jones. Just, oh my God. That's all I'm going to say on that. But we in general, it's not just the quarterback. We have a lot to fix on our own. But we're not here for the Giants talk right now. We're here for 49ers Jets. But look, Christian McCaffrey, Brock Purdy. I mean, but then you also have Aaron Rodgers, 4-time MVP, Super Bowl champion. But also with Aaron Rodgers returning from injury, it's a bit uncertain as far as that goes. Aaron Rodgers, again, he only played 4 snaps last year because he tore his Achilles. But for tonight's game, Brock Purdy of the Niners, he's predicted to have the most passing yards, more than Rodgers. He consistently posted solid numbers, including multiple 250-plus yard games for passing yardage. And facing a strong Jets defense, it might force him to rely more on passing to move the ball for tonight. And while Aaron Rodgers, he's always a contender, but it's uncertain how many passing opportunities he'll have given the Jets' focus on a balanced offensive attack. Breece Hall is a great running back, so I know he's going to be going crazy. I have a few fantasy leagues, and I have Brock Purdy benched, but I want to see how he performs. Maybe I'll have him as a starter. Breece Hall, I do have a starter as running back, but as far as Purdy goes, I mean, he has chemistry with receivers like Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, great tight end. Both should give him an edge in total passing yards tonight. I mean, of course, they have other great receivers as well, but I'm going with Deebo Samuel is going to have the most receiving yards tonight. For tonight's game, I would say between Christian McCaffrey and Breece Hall, I would say Christian McCaffrey is going to have more rushing yards than Breece Hall, because I think the Jets are going to go back and forth between passing and rushing more. But I feel like they're going to aim more towards passing. But I feel like Brock Purdy is going to have more completions than Aaron Rodgers. However, I was going to bring up Daniel Jones again, but 50%, man, that was rough yesterday. So, I mean, also McCaffrey again, he's consistently been dominant in the 49ers offense. I mean, he has had recorded 78-plus rushing yards in each of his last 8 games on the West Coast, and he just has a great track record on the ground game. Breece Hall, the Jets, I mean, again, he's a strong runner. He's a great running back. I have him on some of my fantasy leagues as a starter. But McCaffrey's track record and consistent usage, it makes him more of a probable leader in rushing yards tonight versus Breece Hall. Garrett Wilson, he's the most likely to have the most receiving yards tonight as far as the Jets goes. Wilson, he's Aaron Rodgers' top target. He's expected to lead in targets and yardage tonight, given his performance last season and dynamic playmaking abilities. Mike Williams is also a strong option for the Jets, but compared to Wilson, who's a consistent role for the Jets' offense, it gives him an edge in the matchup. So I would say Wilson would be the top receiver for receiving yards for the Jets. Deebo Samuel, again, I believe he's going to have the lead for receiving yards. He's a dynamic playmaker for the Niners. He's capable of both deep receptions and yards after the catch. George Kittle, great tight end. He's also a strong contender, especially in third down situations. But Samuel's versatility and explosiveness, I believe it gives him the best bet for receiving yards tonight. So based on current projections and considering the Niners' strong offense, Aaron Rodgers, if I had to guess his passing yards that he's going to have tonight, I'd say somewhere between 250 and 275. This is if he doesn't have another injury like last season. He's in his 40s, so that does give him a higher risk. But you could say, oh yeah, Tom Brady played into his 40s, but I mean, you'd be comparing Tom Brady to Aaron Rodgers. Don't get me wrong, Aaron Rodgers is great. Again, Super Bowl champ, 4-time MVP. But I mean, you can't really compare the two. And of course, I mean, it could be the same said for Roethlisberger. But finally, if I had to predict a score, I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a 4-point game. I'd say 23-19 in favor of the 49ers. Game is, I feel like it's going to be lower scoring. It's going to be a defensive battle, especially on both teams, and it's going to be focused on defense. So let me know what you think in the comments below, what you think of this matchup, what you think of the score, if you think Aaron Rodgers, do you think he's going to make it through the whole season without injury? Let me know. And don't forget to hit subscribe, like, and share, join the squad, join the family. I have more predictions coming soon, reaction videos. I went back to school recently, so I'm kind of focused on that and working and everything, but I do plan on working on my YouTube again. I had to take a little bit of a break, but I'm going back at it. Let's get it.